Our 2024 Zenbook DUO is a slim and light ultra-portable that transforms into a multi-monitor laptop straight out of a sci-fi movie, and back into a slim and light ultra-portable within seconds. And the best part? At $14.99, it costs about the same as a regular laptop. That's right, our Zenbook DUO has even more screen space than last year's model, 2 full-size 14-inch displays, a better keyboard, better touchpad, it's thinner, several hundred grams lighter, and actually costs less. If you know anything about ASUS, you know how passionate we are about tech. We keep coming up with crazy and amazing new form factors, like our Zenbook DUO and our Zenbook Fold. You may be thinking, okay, those are pretty cool, but it's just a gimmick. But what if I told you we sold over 1 million of those laptops? I've been using our 2024 Zenbook DUO for a couple of weeks now, and I think it really takes things to the next level. Both as an upgrade for all of you out there with a Zenbook DUO already, and for all of you watching this who maybe didn't feel ready to try a completely new and different form factor. Let me walk you through what makes this laptop so special. What would make a DUO even better? What would make any laptop better? More screen space, obviously. So we bumped up the half-height ScreenPad Plus to a full-size secondary screen. Both panels are now identical ASUS Lumina OLED displays. And this is pretty much as good as it gets. 3K resolution, 120 Hz, vibrant colors, and 500 nits of peak brightness. I noticed that I actually use the bottom screen as my main display, maybe because I'm just used to it. But since both displays are now identical, it totally doesn't matter. It's really up to you. I really like the built-in kickstand. You just lift up the laptop with one hand and pull the kickstand from either side, and that's it. There's a lot of flexibility to find your perfect sweet spot and avoid potential reflections for both of the displays. And instead of sitting hunched over and ruin your back, you can go for a comfortable ergonomic setup. With a laptop stand or our folding sleeve, you can go for an even lower angle if you want to use the lower screen to scroll through content or draw on it with a stylus, like our ASUS Pen 2, for example. The keyboard is a thing that some people didn't love about our previous Zenbook DUO laptops. It's a bit unfamiliar to have the keyboard all the way in the front and the touchpad on the side, but our 2024 Zenbook DUO completely changes that. Zero compromises. Nobody's even going to realize this is a dual display laptop. It's a really comfortable ErgoSense keyboard with plenty of key travel, and it pairs with the laptop via a couple of pogo pins. That means it always just works. Zero latency, and it never runs out of battery. To detach it, you just lift the keyboard here at the top and then pull it away. Thanks to a built-in battery and Bluetooth module, you can disconnect the keyboard entirely and use it wirelessly wherever you want. In front of the two screens, straight or at an angle, to the side, or on your lap. You can also connect the Zenbook DUO to your living room TV and then use the keyboard on your sofa. It's a great keyboard to type on and has a very nice touchpad. And it has keyboard backlight, which made this the perfect living room remote for me. Despite the pogo pins, the keyboard still comes with an additional Type-C port. So even if you detach it from the DUO and move it around on your desk, you can keep that super low latency and it never runs out of battery. We have been working on dual display laptops for almost a decade now and have really refined our screen expert group of apps, tweaks, and widgets. Being able to automatically sync the brightness of both panels works great, most of the time. And for the on-screen keyboard and text notes on the second screen, for example, I found that 25% brightness actually looked better. It felt more like a physical keyboard, and as a bonus, it boosted my battery life. Having two displays also means you can share one of them with somebody else. You can put it flat on the table and use your Zenbook DUO like a regular ultra-portable, while the other person on the other side watches a movie, for example. This can be a lifesaver if you have kids around. What if you just don't happen to have the keyboard at hand right now, or you want to travel light at only 1.3 kilos, you can bring the on-screen keyboard up with a light 6-finger tap. Swipe down with that 6-finger gesture and you can push the keyboard to the front. Tap on the touchpad icon on the right and you can get that familiar Zenbook DUO keyboard deck from yesteryear. There's even a row of hotkeys with useful shortcuts. A lot of ultra portables come with very few ports these days. Once you connect an external monitor and some accessory, you suddenly find yourself caught in that messy dongleverse. Despite its dimensions, the new Zenbook DUO comes with a full set of I/O, which means no dongles required. And having that portable second display built into the laptop itself results not only in a much cleaner setup, it's more ergonomic and literally takes just a second to set up and pack up. There is a full-size HDMI 2.1 port as well as two fully spec'd out Thunderbolt 4 ports. That means the Zenbook DUO can power the latest TVs and monitors with up to 4K 120Hz and even that future 8K 60Hz TV you probably dream about. Both Type-C ports support the highest USB data rate and both can power and charge the laptop. To top it all up, there is a 3.5mm audio jack and a good old full-size USB Type-A port that still comes in handy quite often. The Zenbook DUO comes with a complete array of sensors. Our latest AI Sense 1080p main camera, an ambient light sensor that can dim or brighten the screen automatically. In combination with our IR camera, logging in and logging out is now even snappier and more secure. Confirms it's you and logs you in. Thanks to dedicated hardware acceleration, Windows Studio webcam effects look better and extend your battery life. And from image generation and editing to Windows Copilot and many other current and future AI apps and features, multitasking on the Zenbook DUO is a breeze, and you get more done in less time. Despite being thinner and lighter than the previous Zenbook DUO, it comes with the same massive 75 watt-hour battery. Powering the Zenbook DUO is Intel's latest Meteor Lake CPU, and not a high-efficiency U version like you might assume considering how thin and light it is. You can actually get up to an Ultra 9 185H, that's Intel's top-of-the-line Meteor Lake chip, with 16 total cores, 6 performance cores, 8 efficiency cores, and 2 brand new high-efficiency cores that will extend the battery life for basic tasks like web browsing and video playback. On the integrated GPU side, this one is now based on Intel's Arc GPUs, and that's a significant step up in both performance and features such as ray tracing support. Literally expand your horizon and say goodbye to screen space anxiety, thanks to two full-size 14-inch extra tall 16:10 displays. Everything from video calls, shared files in the cloud, web apps, and Windows Copilot can all live on your screen space at the same time, making multitasking as effortless and smooth as possible. And thanks to hardware AI acceleration, you can now generate images and text with the latest AI tools on the side, then combine or convert the results and share them online. And all this without having to switch from app to app and browser tab to browser tab. You can keep an eye on everything and get more done in less time. So let me sum it up. There's more screen space. There's now two full-size 14-inch displays. There's a better second screen. They're both 3K 120Hz OLED now. There's a more flexible setup thanks to that built-in kickstand. And there's a much better keyboard and touchpad. All of this makes our brand new Zenbook DUO not just a tempting upgrade for all of you Zenbook DUO fans out there, it's also the perfect laptop for anybody looking for more screen space to multitask with no compromise.